Hello, everyone. This is Josh Krieger. I'm here with Richard Carthon. We are the co-hosts of Edge of NFT, and this is a live special edition of Hot Topics at Korea Blockchain Week, where we dive into the latest of what's happening in the world of Web3.
It's another production of the Edge of Company, where we're bringing you the latest and greatest of all things Web3.
Today, we're going to cover proof of ink tattoos for Web3 privacy, blockchain technology in healthcare, and what's happening on the KPW event side.
Let's dive in. So let's start off with the proof of ink tattoos in Web3. Our first topic is with Gavin Wood's innovative concept of proof of ink tattoos. It's meant to enhance Web3 privacy, and these algorithmically generated tattoos serve as unique identifiers, allowing individuals to authenticate themselves in decentralized spaces while keeping their personal information private. What do you think about that, Josh?
Well, first of all, I just love the concept of digital ink and digital tattoos. There's a lot of symbolism around it that resonates with me from a blockchain perspective. The idea that this is yours, it belongs to you, it's permanent. So I think it's a really creative concept.
I do as well. I personally have some tattoos and might be adding more in the future. And the concept that I could have this translate over into the blockchain side as well is really awesome. And it's a concept that I can share with other people I know in my network that consistently get tattoos, that they could consider something like this.
So I think another thing that's interesting about this is just this concept of digital citizenship and sort of this idea of like making a tattoo fit into that overall concept of citizenship. I think there's a strong like bond that people have to their crypto, to the projects that they love. And in a lot of ways, we're at an event where cryptocurrency, blockchain, it's not just a profession, it's a culture, it's a sense of identity. So again, I think it's a cool concept that Gavin come up with here.
Yeah, even like being able to bring this to the idea of like it's like your digital passport, right? Or your proof of like, hey, I'm part of this organization. Like obviously it's on potential extreme end, but it's still just another use case of how this can be used.
So let's turn our attention to one of the really interesting use cases in blockchain, which is healthcare. So latest statistics are that this market is going to grow from 2.84 billion in 2023 to 90.52 billion in 2033. That is a staggering amount of growth.
A smooth 45x.
and it's sort of really fascinating when you think about sort of all the problems with healthcare, where blockchain could come into some kind of beneficial use case. Obviously, there's data breaches. There's the fact that we're all global citizens. We're traveling around. I know it's been challenging at times when I needed healthcare and I'm not sort of in network, so to say. So how do you sort of use blockchain where the whole world is your network? I think those are some of the things there blockchain can really come into fruition and really solve some big problems.
I think so as well. So I come from health tech. I was there for quite a while, for about 5 years. And one of the challenges has to do with HIPAA compliance and being able to keep track of all of your data on your EMRs, your medical records. And sharing all that data from one place to another can have a lot of friction. And blockchain really will help to share that information in a more seamless way. You have more, I'd say, ownership of that secure information. You don't necessarily have to keep going back to your doctors to get those reports. I think it truly empowers back to your in-person, your in-consumer, your retail person to have access to that data. And it makes a ton of sense to start transitioning over to blockchain for a lot of these records.
Yeah, I think one more thing that I'll add there is sort of the use case for sort of combining blockchain with AI technology in healthcare. There's so many new projects that are sort of taking, analyzing healthcare data and helping people manage healthcare data, helping organizations manage healthcare data with AI and looking at it from a research perspective as well. So I think as we look at sort of healthcare data, AI, and blockchain, there's a really fascinating intersection there with a lot of potential for new projects in the coming years. So something to look out for. What else is going on?
So yeah, we're here at Korea Blockchain Week, and it has been an incredible week so far. We've been to a ton of events. This is, as the point of this recording, this is day 3 for us. The first day we went to Bitcoin Bar with Pizza Ninjas, BitLayer, Babylon, a whole bunch of others that are out there. We have some cool content that will be coming out from that space. Even last night we went to a party there that was really awesome. We've met a lot of really cool people in the Bitcoin ecosystem here in Korea. We've also been to a ton of other places.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a trend here. This is our 3rd year at Korea Blockchain Week. It's a big year. They have an institutional stage. a lot of enterprises involved, a lot more conversations around the Bitcoin ecosystem, a lot more side events with Bitcoin this year, which has been really interesting. So, obviously gaming is a big narrative here in the region, AI, DePIN. I'm really been impressed at how sort of fast-moving the adoption curve has been of utilizing all this technology in Korea. There's a lot of startups doing really cool things in the space. There's been some really great speakers. We just had a chance to speak with Mark Karpopoulos, the former CEO of Mt. Gox, who's coming on stage soon. I'll be doing a keynote with Greg Solano of Yuga Labs. I'm super excited about that. So a lot of news coming out about where the space is going that's happening here on the ground in Korea.
Absolutely. And, just being in this space, we're at this cool new hotel, and the way that it flows, you get to see a lot of the different companies that are building here. They have 3 different stages, which is really awesome. I've met a lot of really cool contacts, people I met last year, some new people we've met this year. So the core event has been really awesome. Shout out to Brian for helping us to be another media partner here. It's been awesome meeting a lot of really amazing leaders speaking in the space, but also building in the space. And then for all the side events that we've been doing, so I want to give a shout out to Forked. I got to speak on a panel out there yesterday. We went to Bitcoin Renaissance. Josh got to speak on a panel there. And we still have several more amazing events coming up. So we're getting some really cool alpha, and I think this is a really great start to a really fun Asia tour.
So hopefully you have a little bit of FOMO. If you're not here on the ground in Korea, you're deep in the industry, definitely encourage you to put this on your radar for next year. These guys do a great job putting together an action-packed and diverse week with all the movers and shakers, not only in Asia, but globally in the world of Web3 and blockchain. So stay tuned for a lot more coverage there. And that's a wrap for this edition of Edge Hot Topics.
That's about it.